changing the way I do things and changing what I can do. It's kind of, I'm working around anxiety instead of like anxiety just kind of working around me, I guess. Now it's like I have to change the way I do things and be prepared. And
anxiety is like a ghost in your house. Like for a really long time, you pretend it's not there and you ignore it, and it's pretty quiet, and only every now and then will it kind of catch you off guard or surprise you. And then as soon as you start to pay attention to it and start to like, hey, motherfucker, we're about done with you, and start to address it, then it's like, oh, we're about to get real ghosty up in here.
That's not an advocacy for trying to heal, like in dealing with it.
It's like a haunted house.
It's like, oh, if you look at it, you're fucked. Like, no. But it's actually, I guess I'm aware of how bad I'm doing. And I guess that makes it, the way I'm doing things, even though it's all like, it's a shit show over here. It's still, it's very intense, but it's more pronounced now, but it's better than it was. And I don't know how to explain that. I still have a really hard time a lot, but a lot of it is me just learning how to do things differently, and I want to say, only thing I can think to say, and it is such a shitty choice of words, it's a trigger, is behave differently. And everything is about behaving. Like, how are you going to behave around this person or that person, or how are you supposed to behave in this situation? So I fucking hate that. But it's like, I guess, I don't know how to. So things happen when you are, just to kind of make context of it, when you suffer from trauma, when you suffer from anxiety, depression, any abbreviation, acronym that you want to throw out there for all the OCDs, the ADDs, PTI, check, yes, all of those. When you have all this trauma, you have trauma response, trauma brain. So you behave in trauma, like induced ways. So here's a situation, here's a healthy reaction, and here's a trauma reaction. Now, granted, that's a very narrow description because it's a
broader spectrum.
Yeah, there's so many different responses, and I'll just to simplify because this is taking way too fucking long to get to. So I'm aware of how much it is, and I'm aware of how bad it is, but I'm doing it in a more healthy way. So when I'm having these situations that come up, and I have choices between my responses, and so it's working towards less trauma responses and more healthy responses, and without the extreme amount of shame and guilt and horrible depression that comes when you make the wrong decision. So now wrong decisions are okay instead of I should be dead. So it seems worse. I'm more aware of it now. I'm having more anxiety that is now affecting my life, but I am trauma responding less. So
things are getting better.
So it's better. So there is a reason to look at it.
Yeah.
Did that all come to and make sense? Because
Very
that was
much
really
so.
hard to say. My brain kept trying to check the fuck out. It was like, nope. Hold on, we gotta finish your thought.